Hi there, welcome to a text and talk about the stretch goals that the FIG campaign for Pillars of Eternity 2 has reached. Let's go through all the updates and see what they have added in. They have added in a lot of very nice things. First, of course, multi-classing. Multi-classing is totally exciting. I love multi-classing from my D&D pen and paper and from various games that made it possible as well. For example, the Wizardries, if you were into that too, you can, especially the older ones, they were a heaven for multi-classes, and of course Icewind Dale and Baldur's Gate sometimes. I'm just a sucker for multi-classing. There's so many possibilities. So what's next? It's subclasses. You can select from 2 subclasses per class. Like, that's also reminding me of the good old D&D. Like, if you had all of these expansion books where your bard could become something else with a prestige class, like a sorcerer bard or a fighter bard, something like that. So subclasses per class. Totally super nice. Subclasses are similar to kits in 2nd edition AD&D featured in Baldur's Gate 2. So it has a lot to do with D&D, which is, Pillars of Eternity is coming from a sentimental point of view, and it has done great things to bring this cosmos, this world to modernity, so to say, to what is now called modernity. Like a game from the 90s to 2000s brought to this popularity again is very, very remarkable. And look at that. I mean, they had pledged 1.1 million and they are getting 2.5 million. We're getting to all the stretch goals, because there are a lot there. There's stuff added every time. It's crazy. You can also invest in that and you'll get bonuses from that too, but you won't get the game then. You'll get money. So that's also something you can do if you say, I want the premium digital because I'm really a fan, and I want something to invest. Maybe, there's a chance you get like double your money back. Of course, if it sells really bad, you won't get anything back. But there's that, yeah. If it sells good, then investing will be really cool. If it sells bad, of course, it's kind of money spent to nowhere. But let's continue now. Stretch goal 1 is reached. That was the subclasses. Now let's see what they say about subclasses here. You'll see some characters described as Class A, Class B. It does not mean that they are forced to be multi-class, but that the character's first level must be from one of those classes. So Adair is Fighter Rogue. So that's a kind of combination you have also in Baldur's Gate, where you have Fighter Rogue, or you can like choose level per level your multi-classes, but this would be specifically like you may multi-class others as a wizard fighter, a wizard barbarian, a wizard cipher, but this first class will always be wizard. So it's going to be similar to the D&D, like a lot. So let's see, level up. The level cap has been increased from 16 to 18, which is pretty cool, because if you remember, if you know D&D, I'm going to talk a lot about D&D. 18 is a level where you may have maxed your spells, like your spells without any expansion books. Like you'll have the, I think, level 9 spells it was, and that's going to be crazy then. So and even +1. So level 18 is totally cool. And let's see what has also been reached with the stretch goals. We have English, French, and German from the fully funded thing. And we have Russian. That's really cool. that's like a big bunch of people that will also play the game. I know that are many like from Eastern Europe and from Russia, very intense players of RPGs, and yeah, especially some for speed runs of older games and stuff. Like, they're really into that. So it's great that we have also Russian localization, not only English. Yeah. So make it more international. Kshoty joins the party. Kshoty, the priest monk, joining the adventure. So another nice companion in the game. You sure love these companions. First and foremost, Adair, but Aloth was also pretty crazy cool. And that druid, wow. Let's see what's coming more. So Polish has also been added. As I was saying about Eastern Europeans and RPGs, like if you know The Witcher series and its furious Witcher 3 that made it to the top of everything. It's from a Polish author. Like the book series is from a Polish author, so you've got every reason to make this also Polish. So let's see what's next. Like AI customization, players AI scripting for companions in Spanish. Like the player AI scripting was also in Baldur's Gate a lot, and in Icewind Dale, and it worked kind of. It was really nice. I mean, if you are not playing on the absolute highest level, which would here also be probably part of the Damned, then you can definitely make your companions AI scripted in a way that will make absolutely a lot of sense, and it's really fun to watch that too. Like I'd like to make that. I'd like to make a let's play like on hard mode, where I would probably take a couple of AIs too for my party members, probably delivered by my genius subscribers. They're always like, I'm under the impression like half of my subscribers are far better players than me, and like I'm there in the bunch, in the great average. But yeah, I'd like to have these AIs there, and that's also like it's a game in a game. If you're interested in programming a bit, AI scripting is just fun. And if you're interested in of course there will be probably downloads, Steam Workshop additions for AI, so it will be really fun to watch how these AIs behave. There can be something coming from that. And Spanish, of course. Spanish is very good, like all the Don Quixote. Yeah, I'm taking this old book as an example, but there's really a heroic tradition in Spanish, and that's why adding Spanish to it is also very much needed. Of course, every language that is added is pretty great with me. So, and it was reached, of course. It was at 2 million, and we're at 2.5 million now. They're also talking about the returning companions here. Like all the good things. Pelagina was just another character I very much loved. Then Aloth, Pelagina, and Adair will join you, the Watcher, in Deadfire. So these are the companions you'll get from your old adventure, so to say. And they're really some of the best, I think. So let's look at the next one. So custom AI scripting is in the game. It's a thrill. Yeah, I mean, it's really nice. So after AI scripting or customization, what is going to be added then? More NPC portraits. So that's really great. Of course, you can talk to an NPC, but if you have a picture there too, that adds a lot of flavor, really. I mean, it's really fun to have that. I mean, that's the little things that count too. And UI customization is also pretty good. I mean, you will. I imagine we'll have modders doing their best to deliver your UI that you love, and maybe you'll just have to do like some little things for yourself. Maybe something for if you're left-hander, you want something special. If you have some special setup for playing, I mean, with a gamepad or something, you want to have the UI in a special way, or you want it bigger. In my case, I really like it bigger because I don't have the best eyes, and I like high contrast, but only with the UI. I'm like all about having the special colors that are not like that poppy in the game, but the UI totally make it visible as hell. UI is just one of my favorite things in games. If it has a good UI, it will make the game for me. It's absolutely strange. If it has a bad UI, I won't even play a good game because the UI makes me crazy. And Italian, yeah, of course. I mean, Italian. So many castles there. How can you not include Italian in that game? Yeah, all the castles, all the romantic stuff added, and the fire that is akin to both Italian and Spanish people. We need that in the game. They shouldn't be forced to have it in English only. I mean, I love English. I'm German myself, but I love English. So I'm usually playing all my games in English, also because I love English and I want to stay or be good at it. So what's going to come next? Double the voiceovers. That's also a pet peeve for me. If you know my Let's Plays, I'm usually voice-overing just about everything that makes sense. All the dialogues, and so I'll enjoy to have it and to have more voiceovers there. Of course, it's also taking something from me, right, from my Let's Plays. No, they won't be voice-overing the whole game. But if you have like the NPC portraits plus the voiceovers, that will be pretty impressive for the atmosphere of the game. I mean, it makes such a big difference. These little things that are like technically high, but this is just a work of love that is going to be added then. Twice as much voiceover, and Korean. Korean is, yeah, you don't have to say much about the Koreans. The Koreans are the pros. And what I'm missing here, I think there should be Chinese in. I hope that at 2.6 million there's going to come Chinese. So we also have like a very big population added to the pool. No, I haven't invested yet. I've pledged a bit. And oh, there's also something. If you pledge, you can later upgrade the pledge to something before it runs out. Like it has now, I think, up to the 25th of February, you can change your pledge still. I mean, if you have already pledged 29, you cannot go back to 5, but you can upgrade it to 45 or something. I'm here to rap at you about a very cool topic, multiclassing. Yeah, there's more about multiclassing. I mean, it really pays if you want to pledge or invest to look at all the updates. It's really done well. I'm not going into detail because this is about the stretch goals, right? So let's see the NPC portraits goal achieved. And they're posting already some new concept arts. Very nice. And there's something new now added. That is Fulvano's Voyage. When we hit 22,000 backers, we'll learn more of the story of this part of the Deadfire, and Fulvano will head out on the next leg of his journey. So we'll hear more from Fulvano, the guy who lost all the nice items in Pillars of Eternity 1. If they have 22,000 backers, and it's at 21,711. Also, If you want to join in, I'd be pretty happy to have Fulvanus Voyage. So, and here, for every 1,500 additional backers from today, we're adding or expanding another leg in Fulvanus Voyage. And let's see how many islands we can add. When we hit 22,000, we'll learn more of the story of his part of the Deadfire. So there are going to be islands added. The next stretch one, Sparrow's Blessing. There's no Chinese there yet. Oh my God! Come on, Chinese. Yeah, you should really put Chinese in there. Of course, it's very difficult to. I mean, Chinese is a difficult language. And I imagine Chinese voiceover is hard to come by, but on the other hand, there are so many Chinese people. I mean, why not go for it, right? So, and there's the pen and paper RPG added. And it's added from, I think, premium digital version. There's the pen and paper starter guide. So that's really nice. That's really nice. What is that? New Journey to the World begins with a 30-page starter's guide featuring a rule set developed from the ground up by Josh Sawyer and the Pillars of Eternity design team. It's based on the rules of Pillars of Eternity, and you can have your own adventures with your friends in the comfort of your favorite tabletop setting. So if you have some friends also crazy for Pillars of Eternity, or at least loving RPGs, you can make a pen and paper with Pillars of Eternity. I imagine it's not as difficult to get into as maybe the full D&D overthrow. I mean, I was in 3 and 3.5 D&D mainly. It was a mess after a while. But I imagine they will have done something good. But it will not be using the Pillars of Eternity computer game system or that of any other RPG. It's going to use our own rule set. So made specifically for the Pillars of Eternity world. And yeah, you can get the pen and paper starter's guide for just 7 as an add-on as well later on. So no need to hurry if you don't want to. But of course, we need to get these 22,000 backers so we can get Fulvanus Voyage in full. And there's a digital RPG cookbook as well. Also starting from the premium digital. Yeah, the premium digital is like the go-to thing if you want the soundtrack and all the goodies. That's the nice thing. Above that, it starts getting very fancy. I mean, early access is pretty good. And you can also see that premium digital and digital download have the most backers by far. Early access is something, of course. Collector's edition, there are even more collectors than early access guys. There's a lot of physical things in there that are probably worth a little something if you get it, and if you don't open it, maybe it will be a collector's item also. That's why it's called collector's edition. Same here, you can see elite collectors and statue. I mean, I'm not a guy for the collector's editions, so if I'm going overboard, it will be most probably be this early access and credits. I have a lot of stuff, and my children also. So as much as I love these things, if I'd live alone, or single, or just with my wife, I'd totally go for these cloth map. That's pretty good stuff. So, but yeah. So that was it about the stretch goals. The next stretch goal that is going to be reached is Barath's Blessing. Begin a new game with gifted bonuses. That's something additional that is going to be added. Special bonuses when they start a new game based on achievements that have been completed in previous gameplay. For Barath, probably. The Death Goddess. And I mean, it works like unlocking something, maybe unlocking some new difficulty mode. There will even be unlocks that make the game harder, boosting the challenge of the next campaign. So that's really nice. It's like in XCOM, where you can maybe unlock the Long War or something like that. That's going to be very good. Like Barath's Blessing. We get to that, very nice. But please, developers, if someone of you listens to this, add Chinese. There are a lot of people also wanting Chinese in the comments. Somehow they didn't want to, but it would be nice. And there's so many more things also. Portuguese, maybe. I mean, for the people from Brazil are all right. I mean, there are also Brazilians playing a lot, I know. And yeah. So, I've talked enough. Someone told me my videos are too long, like at the end, and it really is enough now. So, thank you for watching. Back the game if you want. If you don't want, don't back the game. Just wait for it until it comes out, because it will come out and it will have a lot of great features in it. So thank you for watching. Happy gaming to you, and see you in the next maybe texting talk about Pillars of Eternity on the channel, or somewhere with a let's play on Pillars of Eternity on Path of the Damned, highest difficulty. To not miss anything, just subscribe, or subscribe to the playlist I'm making, or whatever you wish. I'd love to stay in contact, so yeah, have a good time. See you then.